Everybody to season 2 of Cover 2 Crew. This is our second rendition of the show, starting out the 2025 to 2026 season. I am Michael, and these are your other two hosts, AJ and Cooper. So
what's going on, everybody?
It's been a while, guys. So I know we talk a lot, in group chats and stuff, but we haven't, had time to come and do this again. So it's exciting to be back. I'm happy that, at least these two guys can be on the same camera angle. Potentially, you'll see all three of us on there. But yeah, AJ, week 1 just happened. We haven't talked anything. We haven't talked the Bears hype, Bears Super Bowl hope. We haven't talked about Cooper's Broncos. So what's going on? What have we missed in the past, 6, 7, 8 months?
Well, Bears won the offseason again.
3 in a row.
Great draft. We probably spent the most in free agency. Probably won't all pan out, but overpay in free agency. That's what you do. A+ money for B+ talent. You know how it is. But hey, 3 years in a row, got to translate to some on the field wins, hopefully. But we all watched week 1 Monday Night Football. Bears blow a 11-point lead in the fourth quarter. Caleb doesn't look much better.
First drive, though. What a first drive.
First drive, he relied on his legs and went off script, which is anti-Ben Johnson. He went anti-Ben Johnson.
Game 1. It's game 1.
Let's not get too negative yet.
Yeah.
AJ, get a little more in the frame. We want to see you. Viewers want to see you. Yeah. Make sure you're in there.
But Mike, we have some really important news to break to the fans.
Oh, yes. You tell them.
Okay. So there is a bet between me and Michael that the Bears will not win more games than they did last year. So the line is set at 5.
4.5.
4.5. If they win 5 games, he gets $100. If they win less than 4.5, so technically, if they had to win 4 or less, I get $100.
If you would tell me what's more free, investing in Bitcoin in 2010 or investing in over 4.5 games on the 2025 Chicago Bears, I'm slamming the Bears 7 days a week, twice on Sunday. We might have this cash by week 7, and we have a bye week.
Week 7. Ooh.
I mean, I'm liking the way we're starting. 0-1, pretty good. I think if I can make it through September, I'll be feeling pretty fine.
I'm not making it through September with 0 wins. It's not happening. You know what's happening Sunday? Ben's returning to Detroit. So, okay, let's push back in the offseason. Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Chiefs did not win the Super Bowl. Sorry.
Buddy did not watch the Super Bowl.
Got demolished in the Super Bowl. The offseason came, a lot of new moves.
Go get a shirt from Africa.
Places. Huh? Yeah.
Like a Chiefs 3-peat.
Yeah.
They goes to Zimbabwe.
The Chiefs finally won one. So, So a lot of people, new faces everywhere. The most recent one, Micah Parsons to Green Bay. I think me and AJ can say as Bears fans, that's a little upsetting. That Ryan Poles didn't want to go ahead and spend that. But also, the back injury, I don't know, AJ, what do you think about that?
I think that Green Bay, they got to win in the next 2 years, probably be capped out. All their young talent's going to get expensive quick. They're paying Jordan Love a lot. They're paying Micah Parsons a lot. But, Sunday scared me. I think they might have a shot.
Cooper, how about the Broncos? Off-season moves. What do you give it? What are you thinking this year? What's your guys' potential?
I give it an A. Just draft class. I know I'm looking at what happened week 1. Kind of wanted maybe a wide receiver round 1. Didn't get that, but Jahdae Barron showed out. I think having Ingram go down in the third quarter with a calf injury really hurt Bo Nix's weapons. We need to run the ball more. Forgetting Dobbins and Harvey need to run the ball more.
It's week 1, man. I mean, as you can see, me and AJ went through a little bit of some a couple days ago. So off season, though, for us, I thought AJ was pretty exciting. Colston Loveland at the time was a little questionable of a pick. I thought I didn't really know much about him coming out. of college, it was more Tyler Warren. Let's bump up the offensive line. But day 2, I was personally very excited for the Luther Burden pick. I had hyped this guy up for years, and I was very excited to see what he could do in the league. But I was like, no way he drops to us. And we were on the golf course, and I'm watching on my phone. And I started like screaming and going crazy when we got him. So I don't know, AJ, what do you think of our draft class?
Yeah, I kind of had to be talked into it, I'd say. I wasn't like, I was fine with Loveland because I was like, oh, it's Ben Johnson, Sam Laporta. And then I was I was talked into the Luther Burden pick because I was like, we've already invested so much in wide receiver. I was like, we need offensive line or defensive line, but the board fell how it fell. We took another right tackle, and we have Darnell Wright already, so that's a little puzzling too. I know he's going to be a swing tackle, hopefully develop on the left side, or maybe Darnell Wright can move over. And then what else? Our defensive tackle didn't play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we didn't take a punter in the 4th round this year.
Take twice.
We have a corner. We drafted a corner in the 5th who's not playing this year because of mental health. So A+.
Hey! We don't know what it is.
Allegedly. I don't know what it is, but I know he's not playing. But yeah, I think the personnel moves looks like Ben Johnson's in control, which I think is a good thing. Hopefully he can hit on
Poles sucks.
Yeah, hopefully he can hit on some 3rd-round picks because Brian Poles certainly can't. But hey, he got that contract extension, taking the North and never giving it back, finishing last place every year he's been in power.
It's rebuilding
the standard. No, I like it. Setting the standard. I like that Ben Johnson can kind of do what he wants, and Ryan Poles just says, "Yes, Ben." Let him. They were paying him $13 million a year, so might as well give him the power to run the organization.
Facts. And a lot of coaching moves this offseason. You saw Ben Johnson, obviously the hottest candidate for the last 2 years. He ends up in Chicago. We never get guys like this. I was expecting more like a Liam Cohen. Granted, he was the only rookie coach to win week 1 down in Jacksonville. But a lot of new coaches.
I was expecting Mike McCarthy.
Huh? Yeah, I
Mike McCarthy.
I was scared. But, new coaches everywhere, new faces everywhere, new quarterbacks everywhere. The Bills reloaded, they're ready to go. The Ravens reloaded, they're ready to go. The Chiefs, I don't know. A lot of off the field issues seem to be hindering them back. But I don't know. The AFC seems both our divisions seem tough. The Chargers game was Herbert got a girl in an act.
Yeah. What is
Herbert's dog?
This man.
Bro, the Raiders destroyed the Patriots.
It wasn't a destroy.
But they had a control throughout the entire second half. Like Bowers looks great. Gino looks good in the system.
Bowers is hurt.
Huh?
Bowers is hurt.
He's hurt?
Yeah.
Shoulder, I think.
Let me take AJ's piece from last year. I'll put my hand up. Me and Cooper were at a wedding this weekend, and it was hard watching all the games. I had Red Zone up for some of it, but I had to go back and watch the highlights on Twitter. So put my hand up and say that. If I'm dropping inaccurate information, please correct me, AJ. And
I didn't watch that game really. Patriots Raiders. I really have no interest in.
I saw Bowers like a 30-yard catch, and he ran down the left side. Maybe he got hurt after.
He got hurt in like the 3rd quarter, I think, but he still had like 100 yards.
Yeah, like 4 catches, 100 yards, or something. 3, 4.
Yeah.
6, 7.
New year, new
the 1 o'clock games that I was watching the Commanders game because I wanted to see Bill. I have him on a lot of my leagues. What other game was I was tapping into Cincinnati and Cleveland a little bit. And then I was also watching a little bit of the Bucks maybe. I just saw Ibuka got couple touchdowns. I had Red Zone going, and then I had the Commanders game on the big screen. So yeah, that's kind of what I was watching.
So I as we all heard in this last week, Red Zone will be bringing commercials, and a lot of Twitter, a lot of NFL fans were mad about that. From what I understood, there was I think 4 commercials that lasted for a total of 1 minute, and it never actually took the entire screen Or
Yeah.
I guess you didn't miss anything. What do you think about that? What do you guys think about that? And how bad do you think it could get? Like, do you think they'll start like this and then make it worse over time, or what's the?
Yes. I mean, ESPN, anything they get their hands on, they're going to ruin. They'll start at 1 minute, and then soon there's going to be a commercial box, like in the Octo box. There's going to be
It's playing all day. It's playing all day
the whole time. So you just hate to see that. 1 minute's not bad, but 4 or 5 years from now, it's going to be.
Or Scott Hansen. He doesn't really have a say. He's over there trying to.
He's
a dog.
Yeah.
Tough luck. Sunday night game. Again, put my hand up. I didn't get to catch the whole thing, but watch the highlights back, got to see the fourth quarter. Insane ending. One of the crazier games I've seen in a while. Does Lamar have what it takes to take this next step and beat Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, or will he always end third in that division?
I think they're going to beat the Chiefs when they play in like week 6. So we'll see in the playoffs. But I think Lamar kind of balled out. I think the win for the Bills, a great comeback. But like, I feel like if they were to replay that game, Derrick Henry doesn't fumble. But the more handoffs you give him, higher chance.
I think it was the best game of his career statistically.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I always talk the last 3 or 4 years. I've talked myself out of Derrick Henry because he's a running back and he's closer to 30, and then I have to eat it. He did. Go ahead.
From an unbiased opinion, because me and AJ got to deal with this guy for 3 years, what do we think of Justin Fields in New York? And is this game one a fluke, or do we see something here potentially?
I think this is a early season September game for Fields. I think he's really good when you only have 1-2 weeks of game tape to prepare for him. I think he balled out. I think Garrett Wilson had a great game. The first touchdown to him was awesome. What a throw. I just don't know. Can he sustain this? Can he adapt to different looks? I do think, like with the Steelers, they benched him for Russ. Russ made that look like a good decision to the playoffs, and then Russ just fell off. I will say injury concerns probably aren't there with Fields. I do think he probably takes more hits than a Lamar or something, but I don't think it's sustainable. I guess, to put it that way. It's going to be maybe by week 6 we start seeing some more turnovers, fourth quarter turnovers. Yeah.
To add to that, I think no, exactly what you were saying. Like, he would always in Chicago, he never had a healthy season where he played all 16 or 17 games because we had that switch a couple years ago. Always got hurt, and then he was playing, he was a line killer. He killed the Lions every time he played. Outside of that, a lot of highlights, but just as I've told you guys, hard to hit the middle of the field with him. I guess he's looking better now. Hopefully, I'm rooting for the guy. Like, this is my guy right now, right here. But Justin was my guy, and he'll always be my guy. So, AJ, I hear you have the top 10 power rankings for this week.
Yeah, I did a little.
You got prep for this. So, what are we with your top 10?
List is fluid, subject to change by week 2. But I got one surprise on here that kind of took me by storm the other day. I got the Bills at 1. They kind of looked like they were getting worked during that Sunday night game, but Josh Allen, give them a chance, and that defense creates a turnover, and they're never out of it. Number 2, got the Green Bay Packers. That's the 4 game that I watched. I was thinking it'd be a really good game between them and Detroit, and that defense just kind of shut down the Lions. I know they've got brain drain with the coordinators, so but I'm just judging off what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting a 15-win Lions team, but I was thinking they'd get 10, 11 wins this year, and they still could do that. But that's kind of what I was expecting from them. But they kind of they look lost out there. 3, they lost, but I got the Ravens. I think that we're going to see that playoff matchup again. I hope we do. In the end, they lost it, but they were up 15 on the Bills. I think that if the Bills make that 2-point conversion at the end to tie it at 40, it was 40. Yeah, if they make that 2-point conversion to tie it at 40, there was some time left on the clock. So I think that, say the Bills make that 2-point conversion, they can go down. I think Lamar can go down the field and set up not Justin Tucker, but their new kicker. I don't know his name, but new kicker to go ahead. But instead, they were played conservatively.
Justin Tucker.
Hey, but wait for Matt Prater to come in with like 100 hours, and Kyle Hamilton was like this close to ending that game when he ran.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, it was a 1-point game. It could have gone either way.
Fingertip.
4, I got the Eagles. With respect to the Super Bowl champs, they've got great O-line. I do think that Saquon, his usage last year is going to kind of bite them in the butt this year with the deep run, and then he, I think he set the record for the rush yards in a season, or was close to it. But I just think that usage is going to kind of bite them in the butt later. But Eagles they just traded for another running back too, so maybe they'll be fine. 5, I got the Chargers. I was impressed with how they played, even without Rashawn Slater. Joe Alt was holding his own that game. I was kind of watching that on my phone a little, just because I'm not used to the Friday games. And then 6, I got the Rams. They really shut down the Texans. And if Stafford's healthy, I think I like them. I like them in the NFC. 7, I'm a little biased. Just because I've got a lot of their fantasy players. Other league. Tampa Bay Bucks. I love Baker. I like the weapons that they got there. I've got Ibuka in a dynasty league, so I like that pick. 8, I got the Broncos. I think they were a little rusty on offense, but week 1, I like their defense. Going forward, I got them to win their division on my preseason predictions. 9, I got the Commanders. They took care of business against the Giants. I think they had like 200 something rushing yards. So if that's something that they can establish with Austin Eckler, Bill, and their revamped offensive line and Jaden Daniels, I think that can be a way that I think that if they're Thursday, I think if they're going to beat the Packers, they're going to have to run it down their throat, because I think if it's turned into a drop back game for Daniels, I think that it could be a long day, just because Packers have a lot of defensive line talent. And then 10, I've got the Indianapolis Colts.
We're gonna end the episode here. Everybody
change week to week, but 33-8 against the Dolphins. I know it's against the Dolphins, but maybe Daniel Jones wasn't the problem in New York. He probably was. Maybe it's just week 1, probably cool down. But hey, 33-8 looked good. So yeah, that's my top 10. Hopefully, my Bears can get in there at some point during the season. But
what do we have to do next week for us to break that top 10, AJ?
To break the top 10, play 4 quarters of dominating football. Finish the game. Don't play soft. We ran our coaches out of town because they didn't coach us hard enough. And then we faced a little adversity and we just crumbled.
What I saw from, obviously, at this point in the league, in my opinion, Patrick Mahomes, when you put his resume together, he is the best player in the league when we're talking, with resume-wise.
Worst average depth of target other than Daniel Jones in the league last 3 years.
Huh?
Worst average depth of worst average depth of target in the NFL.
Super Bowls. Look how the way he carries his team. Like
defense.
How his team carries him.
Okay, whatever. Beyond that, Josh Allen.
Michael.
Josh Allen, in my opinion, is probably the best player in the league. He looks like, when I was looking how he was taking his team in the fourth quarter, like swaggy, no like stress. He was balling. Like, I want a quarterback like that. and the Bears have never had a guy like that. I'm hoping.
Jim McMahon.
Okay, AJ, we weren't even alive 20 years after Jim.
No, my dad told me that he's the greatest quarterback of all time.
Well, we're hoping. That's all we've got. We're also us three are in a couple fantasy leagues together. We're also in this pick'em league. So every week you get to pick one matchup that goes on, but you're only allowed to pick a certain team to win one time throughout the season. So this past Sunday, I think there's, correct me if I'm wrong, is there 50 people in that thing? Around 50?
Yeah, 50 people.
There's 50 people.
One guy got eliminated.
That's $450 to make to the winner.
$750.
Is it not $15?
$15.
Oh, it is 15. Wait, I did the math wrong. Yeah, because 10 times 5 is 50 is 500. Yep, 750. I did the math wrong. Sorry. Yeah, 750. That is and so 50 teams, and after 1 week, only one team was eliminated. Like that was everyone's going for the locks. It seems like in 1 week those locks aren't going to happen, and someone's going to win.
Yeah. Last year it was Bengals week 1 knocked a lot of people out, and then the week that the Commanders beat the Bengals, whatever that was early. That was like what, week 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. That knocked a lot.
Well, that was a Monday night game, right? I think. Yeah. So
I had the Vikings in my pick'em survivor pool.
No, you didn't. I had me and AJ both had the Broncos.
And then this next week, I'm taking the Ravens over the Browns.
I'm taking the Ravens too. I think everybody's taking the Ravens. Somebody's not gonna. The Ravens are gonna lose somehow, but someone's gonna win this league in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm also riding the Ravens. I did take the Cardinals last week. I'm just messing with them because they're Bears fans.
I mean, is there another good game outside of like the Ravens this week? Is there another lock?
Another lock. There's I don't think there's any double-digit spreads, but I did see a couple. Like I know the Lions are like 6-point favorites.
Buddy, hey, don't say that. That game
we got 6.5 over the Jets. Cowboys are 5.5 over the Giants.
I like the Cowboys. I like the Rams.
5.5 over the Titans. Cardinals 6.5 over the Panthers.
Man, the 49ers just can't catch a break with injuries. Their quarterback's hurt. Kittle's hurt. Like we have, what's his name? We have Mac Jones starting this next week. It's going to be Mac Jones versus Spencer Rattler. What are we doing? What are we doing?
That's a neat matchup.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. This Broncos-Colts game could be good.
Yeah. Is Indiana Jones for real?
The Colts
Shout
are
out
in my top 10 for a reason.
Well, so were the Broncos, though.
I know. They're a little, and they're 1.5 point favorites.
Yeah. Only team on this show that is in the top 10. So Bears are gotta do some work.
Bears are
Uber. Is it $100 you're gonna owe me in a couple weeks?
Oh yeah, buddy. Sure.
Dude, FanDuel was giving me 8.5 as the line. I got 4.5 from you. That's a lock. I got you at even odds.
You know what team is 1-10 in their last 11 years on their over/under? The Chicago Bears.
But were they under by 4?
7.5 or 8.5?
Under by 4 games though.
What was our line 2022?
Probably like 5 or 6.
Yeah, we got 3.
Did we have 4 wins last year? No.
No.
That was Bryce Young year. Speaking of Bryce Young, what are the Panthers doing? Also, J.C. Horn's pick was crazy. I got to see that during the.
That was nasty.
I opened Twitter during the wedding. I was like, "Oh shoot, insane work."
That was like a good ball by Lawrence. Like you just don't expect him.
Yeah, like 9 times out of 10, Travis Hunter's going to get that score touchdown unless you have freaking Superman. So that was crazy. This next week, I mean, I'm excited, man. Like football's back. Whether it's college or NFL, like it was good to have.
Week 1 action
for sure.
It felt good to be back.
Even though I had to pull the red zone on the drive and a little bit, like during the day, and it was tough. It was
no watching while driving, buddy. We can't be.
I just play the audio. I just play the. Yeah, I don't. I just peek once in a while. And I'll peek for
Yeah.
a few seconds. And I'll peek
We'll
back.
be doing that.
Sorry. Who AJ? Some things you liked about the Bears game, some things you didn't like. What are the highlights and lowlights? In a quick,
I like the defense at the beginning. I thought Javon Dexter and Adengbo played well. Montez Sweat had a batted ball. Our cornerback who got that pick six, he kind of got cooked early, or he had a penalty early, and then he kind of made up for it with that pick six. Darnell Wright played well. With the amount of money we put into the offensive line this year and the draft capital traded, wasn't super impressed with the interior, Jonah Jackson and Dahlman. I like what Tooney did, but Jonah Jackson was kind of looked like Nate Davis out there. Maybe not.
Nate Davis, man, that brings back war.
And then Drew Dahlman, his calling card is like run blocking, and I wasn't super impressed with it. But it's week one. Offensive line takes time to gel. I'd like to see Caleb set his feet more. He's kind of got happy feet, running around the pocket. I love the wow plays, but I'd like to see the layups hit. And then our running game, that's Ben Johnson's calling card, and we didn't do much in the run game. Defense, we get our secondary healthy and TJ Edwards back. I think we've got some. I think Dennis Allen can make it work. Like I said, Dangbo looked decent, and then hopefully Javon Dexter takes third year leap, becomes a little more dominant. He's got similar stats to Jalen Carter.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen that graphic.
He's not
faced as many double teams, but
he doesn't spit on people.
Stats. I got the Bears winning this week. I know I'm setting myself up, but Lions got the coordinator brain drain. So I got to ride with the Bears.
I think the running game is something that's tough because when you look at, Ben did start with Swift in Detroit, and it was tough at the beginning, but he ended up. He had Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, the best 1-2 punch in the league. So when you have that, you put defenses on their tiptoes. The backers are gonna, look to commit to the run more. I was seeing this last week or a couple of days ago. They weren't even. They saw Swift about to get the ball. The interior got him. We're just gonna worry about the receivers. So, and Caleb needs to settle in, man. Like in that Buffalo game, which. You have Bills number 1 preseason. What we went 38-0 against the Bills. I know it's preseason, but hey, no, I'm just kidding. But he needs to just chill out back there. Like at the end of the day, he's human. He hears all the heat about him. He's hated on by like everybody and their mom. Like he needs to just hopefully he cuts out the outside noise.
Same nail tech as Angel Reese.
Yeah, not a big fan of that. Me and AJ are Chicago lovers, but we're not the biggest Angel Reese guys. She's great for the city and the sports.
We're not here to talk WNBA.
Yeah, we're not going to talk WNBA for now.
We didn't see much from our draft class at all.
Luther didn't get much. Luther got 1 catch. It was minus 3 yards. Bad screen. But Ben Johnson did say today that Mongai would get more looks week 2. As you said, our 5th round corner issues. What's his name? The big tackle. He didn't get to play because.
It's like you not discover this in your pre-draft meetings. Like
I almost said Bobby Massey.
Bobby Massey, elite right tackle, average right tackle.
So Cooper, in your division over there, what are you thinking with the comp, and do you guys have a chance to make it out? And if not, who do you think is going to win that division?
After week 1, Chargers looked really good. I think they set the bar. I was reading something about the Broncos from a beat reporter. Under Sean Payton, the Broncos have never started off hot in September. So to win the Titans game the way we did was kind of surprising. For how poor the offense was, we needed to have the defense step up, and they did. I will say it's not exciting football to watch. I'm waiting for like the offense to settle in. I know we have the same old line coming back from last year and the year before, but they did not look well on the interior. I think bold prediction, this time next year, we're going to have 3 new offensive linemen, right tackle, left guard, and center. Will all be new guys, whether that's draft or free agency. I think Miners and Garrett Bowles are the only people that hold it down week after week. Running game, when it was used, looked good. RJ Harvey broke off a nice big run. J.K. Dobbins broke a tackle and got a touchdown. I think you need Bo Nix to make better decisions. The 2 turnovers that were his fault were the strip sack fumble and the second interception.
The two turnovers that were his fault. How many turnovers did Caitlin? I'm just playing. Keep going.
I will say the first interception was not his fault. As a receiver running an over, you need to get flat or perpendicular parallel to the quarterback. Cortland kept trailing up, which allowed the defender to make a play on the ball. Also, Marvin Mims, who's running a clear out route on that play, loafed and didn't get upfield fast enough to distract that corner, also allowing him to make a play on the ball. I think the decision was fine. You put it in a good spot, you get it over the linebacker, but just those 2 factors, let that guy make a play. You really hope that Court can make a jump ball on that guy, because I think the DB was like 5'11", so you hope that it just plays into your favor. But the other interception, terrible decision. Don't even know why he's making that crossbody.
That was the long throw, right?
Yeah, it was like he was moving to his.
He came down and picked it off.
Yeah, moving to his left, looks back. I mean, he did kind of set his feet, but just it's a long throw, and you can't do that in the NFL. And then also, it's the sack. You have to hold the ball with 2 hands. The 4th turnover that hurt us was the muff punt. Marvin Mims, love him to death. He's sure-handed as a punt returner. Just lost concentration. A guy came up to his face and must have blinked, and now the ball went back to the Titans. That was a little sketchy. They only needed, I think, a field goal to take the lead at that point. I will say defense next 2 plays gets 2 sacks, takes them out of field goal range, they punt, and we go and score a touchdown. It's just insane how good that defense played for how bad they were put in situation, like short field after short field after short field.
From what you saw, were the Titans playing well, or was it just a lot of internal mistakes with the team? Or was it a mix of both?
So Cam Ward played out of his mind. The team let him down. Watching that game, I am really high on Cam Ward. If you watch tape, you will see that the game played out way differently if a couple of receivers make catches. I think NFL.com charted him with 4 drops. I would argue there was more drops. Calvin Ridley had 2 in clutch time. Like beautiful balls by Cam Ward and just bounces off Calvin Ridley's hands. The only knock on Cam Ward I have is he is a little antsy and he has the tendency to scramble into a sack. Happened on, like when I mentioned the 2 sacks in a row to take him out of field goal range, happened there. But everything else, team let him down. I do think they led the league in penalty yardage. I think they had like 143 or something. So it was. I wasn't sure like what the mix was, like whether I know I saw 2 personal fouls on the defense, so like those are like 30 yards, but I don't know if it was like holdings, false starts, because I was at a wedding with Michael.
Yeah.
So
I would come over to Cooper. I saw the second pick on my phone. I walk up because he's trying to like be like all there, inclusive with everybody, like just talking, and I'm like, I walk over, I'm like, yo, Coop, that's the third turnover. He's like, what? Wait, what's the score? What's the score? Because his phone was like upside down. And we got to see the very end of the game on his phone. He had like 1% battery. He got the fourth down. And then that fourth down at the end, Cooper, what was
okay, yeah. So there's two things. There's first off, why don't you kick the field goal to win the game? And then there's second, he doesn't kick the field goal, but he calls a great play. They know that in this situation, Titans are sending cover 0, all out blitz. You max protect and you send 2 guys on routes. They felt that they had a good play, and it was executed very poorly.
Yeah. Process over results.
Yeah, if there's a couple screenshots on Twitter where both wide receivers run overs, and so they kind of get to the same depth and cross.
Mm-hmm.
The Mims over is a little deeper, and it gets covered as the safety goes over instead of under the mesh. The Cortland's over goes wide open. He beats his man, and he's
safety free? Was he just playing free safety, or was it man 1-on-1 on both sides?
I think it was corners. I think safety's blitzed.
Oh, okay.
I think it was man on the outside with the corners, safeties and linebackers blitzed.
Because I haven't seen like the other angles. I just saw how he backed up and threw it. And he was open. It's just bad, unfortunate, tough.
Yeah, Marvin did have a step. I'm not sure what the angle of the throw was. I know he felt pressure. I think Tavondre Sweat was at his feet, so he kind of wanted him to run under it. I don't know.
A big guy right there.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but if he puts the ball on the money with Cortland, like Cortland didn't have a guy within 10 yards of him, and he had his hand up and he was wanting the ball. So if you hit a little, like, even if you do throw the same type of throw to Court and let him run under it, there's nobody within 10 yards.
Yeah,
I do think. And if you execute that, nobody's talking about it. So it's just one of those things where like the results were bad, but I do think the process was okay because they schemed a guy open. Sean, whatever you want to call about how good he is as an offensive, whether he gets arrogant or whatever, he did call a great play. It just executed poorly.
At least you guys came out with a W. I guess that's the biggest thing to take away from that. It was close. Yeah. It almost messed me and AJ's pickup pretty badly, I'd say. But
yeah,
made it to week 2. We kind of spoke about on that. AJ, what are you hoping to see this next week around the league? You know, a lot of moving pieces, a lot of new people. Like I didn't even realize. Like I don't even know. Like, I was watching some of the highlights. I'm like, oh, this player plays for this team. Like, I just what are you hoping to see this next week from the league? Yeah.
So I'll tell you some of the games I'm looking forward to. Thursday night, looks like that's going to be a good game. It's not going to be like a 6-3 Bears Seahawks.
Hey, apparently that article said Caleb Williams was moping off during that game.
Yeah, he was in his glitzy gazelle like pose.
No.
I'm looking forward to that game. I think Packers probably win at Lambeau too. I think that it'll be a good game. Like I said, Commanders just got to establish the run. Another game I'm liking, obviously Super Bowl rematch, Eagles Chiefs in the afternoon Sunday. I think the Eagles are going to come away winning there. I think they just got to kind of stick to their, just run it up, like kind of just dominate the trenches again. I do think that Kansas City's going to be playing with a little bit of desperation because they don't want to go down 0-2 in that division.
Weren't they 16-1 last year? The Chiefs?
15-2.
Whatever. If they lose 2, they already
Broncos.
Wait, it was 17-1, no? 16-1.
2. They lost week 18.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
I think they also lost to the Bills, but the Bills
Oh, yeah,
fumbled the lead away.
Oh,
later
yeah,
in the season.
you're right. And then
Yeah.
Josh Allen rushed in for a touchdown, I think, in that one at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like the tiebreaker, like I think the Bills lost to a terrible team, and they lost, they lost to the Rams, I think, and they lost the tiebreaker.
Whatever it was, the Chiefs got 1 seed. Yeah.
And then obviously I'm looking forward to Ben Johnson's homecoming game, but that's a little bit of bias in there.
Well, a lot of bias, but
and then we got a big storyline Sunday Night Football. The teams aren't exactly sexy picks, but the quarterbacks did play each other in the national championship 2 years ago. JJ McCarthy, Michael Penix. So we got a rematch of the national championship Sunday night.
is that in Atlanta?
It's in Minnesota, actually. So
for that one, I want to see Atlanta get that.
So yeah, and then Monday night we've got a doubleheader. So looking forward to that too.
What are those games?
Bucks, Texans, and then Chargers, Raiders. I think those will both be.
Is that Houston?
At Houston and then at Raiders. So Dome Geno. You never know. I think Chargers probably win that, and then I got the Bucks too. But I'm high on the Bucks this year.
Geno's trajectory. My brother's a Seahawks fan, so I've kind of like seen over the past few years like Geno's trajectory to go from I've never seen like this. Like, to go from like a really like high, was he second round pick, I think, back in 2013.
Yeah, I was high on him in the draft. I
remember him, EJ Manuel. Like, I was like, who are these guys? They come out, play bad, and then Geno has like a resurrection a few years back. So that's really cool to see. His deep balls is nice. I'm sure. I mean, he played under Russell Wilson for a little bit. I'm sure he got some tips from there. Did well in Seattle. Hopefully does well in Vegas. But here's the other thing. AJ, the Bears are moving officially, it sounds like. We're going to Arlington Heights.
Dude, I don't want to talk about this stadium. I've heard about the stadium the last 4 years. They tore down a horse race course for horses, and then the freaking mayor of Chicago is like trying to get them to stay, and it's this whole political game. Like, just put shovels in the ground, build the stadium, take as little as you can from taxpayers of Illinois. I'm tired of hearing about it.
Apparently, it's going to be zero.
I've heard like 3 or 4 of these announcements about them. Oh, we're going to stay in the city. Oh, we're going to move to the suburbs. Like, just build a stadium, get it done. Let's host a Super Bowl. Put a winning product out there. Quit asking for money from taxpayers when you don't put a winning product on the field. Just get it done.
From what I understood, it's not going to be from taxpayers, though. It's going to be privately funded, from what I heard recently.
Oh, are you talking about the Broncos Stadium or the Bears?
No, the Bears.
No, it's not.
I mean,
Illinois doesn't do anything privately funded. They want your tax money.
Fact check this.
They want your tax money, buddy. The McCaskies are cheap. Unless Jeff Bezos is buying the Bears.
Speaking of Chicago, their dad, Aaron Rodgers on Pittsburgh. Very, very, very fun game to watch. Of course, rooting for Fields. Fields, Rodgers, Bears, Packers. Rivalry goes back.
Rivalry. He didn't beat him.
Yeah. Hey, Caleb Williams is 1-0 in Lambeau. I don't want to hear it.
But you just said Justin Fields.
No, I know.
Caleb Williams is 1-1 in 2025.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's actually 3-1, and the Bears are 4-1. We're kind of preseason.
Stop telling.
Dude. Okay. What do we think of the Niners? I know I brought this up a little bit earlier, but their health, what's going on?
They should just tear it down. Well, they already got rid of a lot of people this offseason, but tear it down, rebuild, give Kyle a new shot. John Lynch, new draft classes, just tear it down. I don't really know if they have anyone else that has been
a massive deal. Do you think he's the answer?
No, but just roll with him, I guess. Tank. I don't know.
I,
I'm not a big Niners guy this year.
I'm just so like, I know we keep like cutting back and forth to different things, but wait, to start off, did you guys watch the Bears game together on Monday night?
Mm-mm.
No, I was on a flight back from North Carolina.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, you were. When did you get back?
Like midnight.
Dang. Did you get to see any of it at all?
Yeah, we were stuck in a delay, so I watched up to halftime. I missed the third quarter and then 13 minutes of the fourth quarter. But I saw JJ run it in for a touchdown and put the dagger.
Did say all that? This guy's perfect. JJ McCarthy winning NFC Player of the Week, offensive player. Of the
Oh, totally bad. What is going on?
I don't think
It's the Bears tax. It's the Bears tax. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. He played all. He didn't play good for 3 quarters. Granted, yes, great fourth quarter. It was the fourth quarter player of the week, but was not impressed by him at all. Starting out, obviously have the bias.
What about in the fourth quarter? You weren't
Fourth
impressed.
quarter, we just collapsed, man. We just collapsed. Like the entire team played bad. Our defense, we couldn't stop the run. Offense couldn't get it going, except for that drive, which
Handsome hold call on Darnell Wright that killed our momentum.
man, but it wasn't even a hold call. It wasn't.
We cannot be a mentally weak team. We are never going to make. We're never going to do anything in the playoffs if we're a mentally weak team.
Hey, the thing is, we got Ben Johnson. AJ, listen, I got to make $100 from Cooper. That's the first thing. 5 wins. It's the first thing we have to do. Then we have to realize that this team, AJ, if this doesn't work out, if Ben and Caleb, if they don't work out for this team, I've been watching this team.
No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. You know why?
If this doesn't work, I'm done. I'm not done with football.
Ben is a GM. If this doesn't work this year and next year, Ben's going to bring in his own guy. He's going to. I don't even know who's eligible in the draft in a couple years. He'll bring in his own guy. He'll get it. He'll be able to right the ship. I think that there's going to be a lot of guys on next year who are Poles draft picks or Poles acquisitions who are not here next year. So I think that I think this season's gonna be a lot of evaluation on Poles' guys. I do think that Caleb will still get a 3rd year, but don't be surprised.
Bro, we've gone through one game and like one of the
I think if Caleb can kind of get it sharpened up, I don't think our roster's horrible, but I think that he's going to use this as an evaluation period because he clearly has the power in the organization.
We'll see what happens. Cooper, hypothetical question. So you said Mims fumbled that punt, 4th quarter, was it?
Yeah.
Just like right off the bat, not a big explanation. Because of that, would you cut him off your team? Just answer the question, yes or no.
No, too valuable. I know Aaron Glenn
cut their all. Is he all pro or Pro Bowl? Is he both?
I don't think he was Pro Bowl
returner. What's his name?
Marvin was Pro Bowl and All Pro returner last year.
I might need to be taken off this.
Yeah, bro, you have no ball knowledge. Somebody check this guy.
I was trying to make Xavier Gibson.
He had like 4 fumbles last year, and then this fumble this year, and they cut him.
Was the one that won when the game Aaron Rodgers got hurt? He returned it back on September 11th.
Against the Bills.
Yeah. Hey, look, Xavier Gibson. Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl. Nobody cares about the Pro Bowl.
But yeah, and I saw the top comment on that was like, because he was like, if you're gonna cause turnovers, don't expect to. And the top comments like, just wait till what's his name, Garrett Wilson and what's the running back's name? What's the running back's? Breece Hall. Wait till they fumble once to see what he does. So I just thought that was very interesting, cutting someone after one, like your Pro Bowl after one game, one fumble. But a lot of new coaches, different ways of thinking, I guess. So. This offseason we had obviously Ben, the 2 corners from Detroit left. We had Ben go to Chicago. Aaron went to the Jets. AJ's favorite, Liam Cohen, went over to Jacksonville. Do you like Liam Cohen, or do you just make that a joke, AJ? Do you actually like him? Or big Duval guy?
Duval.
Big Florida guy. Big Florida guys over here. Man, oh man.
No, but I think Aaron Glenn is setting a standard, a culture. I think with that type of player, like 5th, 6th wide receiver, or maybe like 4th running back, and he's a punt returner, kick returner, those players are expendable. So you make an example. I don't like you're saying with like Garrett Wilson or like say Justin Fields throws 2 interceptions. They're not cutting those guys, but it will make people sharpen up. If they start losing a ton of games, it might get stale. There could be some losing the locker room type stuff. But yeah, I'm not really sold on Liam Cohen yet. I think gonna need a few more games. Panthers not sure how to evaluate a standalone game for Lawrence. I know we had the 1 pick, but I mean crazy athletic play.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I did have a question for you, but I have since forgotten it. But so go ahead.
Remember it, let me know. You remember, let me know. Here's a question. Obviously, in the offseason, I know we wanted to, get to recording. We just never got to. So there's a lot of things we've missed. I mean, I'm trying to just think of a couple things. So we talked about the draft a little bit, our own individual teams. The biggest probably question from the whole thing was Shedeur Sanders dropping to round 5 when he was projected to go top 3 to 5 pick. We knew he wasn't going 2. We knew it was going to be Travis Hunter, McMillan in there. The Giants came. They took Dart, which
They took Carter first, and then they could trade back in and took Dart.
The Giants look good. I mean, I was big on DeBall for the Bears back. I think it was the hiring cycle with Eberflus because after Nagy. I was big on DeBall for Fields. That didn't happen.
DeBall.
Sorry. Yeah, Dave.
Hey,
my bad, bruh. Come on. My bad. English is
I
my
like
first.
him too. I like it too.
So I mean, I was about to ask you guys this. I can go first since I already brought him up. But who's a player you think will do well out of this draft class and might not be getting enough hype or For me, I'll say it like this. I think it's Jackson Dart. Obviously, he does have hype around him. He's not starting in New York, though, which I understand. Sitting your quarterback year 1, if you can do that, do it. He's got Jameis to learn from, obviously, Russell Wilson. Jackson Dart in college was a madman. He was great. I think he'll do good in the city of New York, whether it be under Dable or DeBall or somebody else. So who do you guys have, who do you guys have as your
sleeper rookie?
Your draft love, yeah. This year's draft love. Who do you think
is Bill.
I know we talk Cam and all this stuff, but what's some a little underrated, not
Bill.
a top pick? Who?
Bill.
Which Bill?
Bill Krofsky-Merritt.
The guy from the Commanders?
Yeah.
I heard he might be starting soon.
Yeah, I think he's going to play his way into a starting role. Austin Eckler was not a.
What round was he?
Bell cow, so I think Bill's going to play his way. I also like. I don't like Tyler Warren too.
Mm-hmm. Over Loveland.
No. Well, you said out of the top 10, right?
Talking to the mic a little better.
Oh, you said outside the top 10?
I mean, no. No Bears bias. It's okay. No Bears bias.
No, yeah, I don't want to just be Bears guy.
100%. Except we are.
I set myself up. I had a list of people that I wanted.
I think I'm high on Will Johnson. I know it might be
corner
too late to say it after his week 1 performance. But yeah, corner for Cardinals. He looked good. I will also say Josh Simmons, as much as it pains me, I think the Chiefs got a real one. I don't think it'll help them since he's only a 1 guy in a 5-man unit.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think Mahomes' blind side is taken care of for at least the next 17 weeks.
Was Will Johnson dropped because of injury concerns, his knee or something, or what was the?
I think it was something medical.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, something that just came to my head. Jameson Williams, holy overpay. What was that extension, guys?
No, they're betting that he's going to have another breakout year, and then he signed for a bargain. bargain.
You're paying that guy
Will
like
that happen? I don't know.
that's a better contract than Nico Collins, who many are considering a top 10 receiver in the league.
Yeah, hey. I'm
Ben
not
Johnson gets people paid.
Yeah.
Just
he got Ryan Poles an extension, and he's finished last. He's beaten the team from his division one time apiece. This is his fourth year. He's 3-16 against his division, something like that. But he got a 4-year extension.
So many stories. I mean, we could talk the Patriots. We got the Patriots going all in free agency, signing all these players. You see new home for Stephon Diggs. We could go talk about the Cowboys. The whole
Diggs' boat.
I know, on the boat with Cardi. We could go talk about the Dallas, like what happened there with Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons. What the culture's like there.
Jerry don't want to pay.
I'm sorry for Dallas fans, man. Like I know, as I said, like in our first episode, the NBA is a cooked product. But look, Luka Doncic is a dog. Love that guy. Dallas trades him away for nothing.
I'm going to go on record and say it.
Put your hand up.
I don't think the Lakers win a championship with Luka Doncic.
Ever?
No, he's too fat.
Oh my!
He lost weight. He lost weight. Have you not seen the article?
Anyone can lose weight on Instagram.
Bro, he's looking good. I saw him play.
He might be looking good, but who's around him? LeBron's going to be retired in 2 years.
Hey, okay. No, but
hey,
Bryce and Bronny.
I'm not saying Nico made the right move. He should have held an auction.
But the NBA did. Okay, like we're switching sports. The NBA did give him Cooper flag. Come on, let's be honest. Like you think the Mavericks just got the first pick for no reason? They sold Adam Silver. They got Cooper flag. LeBron got his boy.
Silver.
Not a good commitment.
Okay, let's keep it moving.
Okay, let's talk about the FIFA World Cup next year. It's in the USA. Will you be attending?
No.
Cooper, will you be attending?
No. Let's talk week 2 underdogs. What is a team you predict to upset, Michael?
The Bears. And let me tell you why. I know it's biased. I know we talked about it all day. Okay. It's not fully biased. Let me tell you what's going on. This is what's going through my head. Unfortunate week 1 for both teams, for the Lions and for the Bears. What happened to the Bears? Very unfortunate. We play good for 3 quarters. The first quarter we dominate. Second quarter, we stay in. Third quarter, pick 6, and we just couldn't get anything more after that. But I think Ben Johnson gets his guys back on track. I think Caleb settles in a little more. Obviously, like I heard them talk today, we're gonna have to use a silent count in Detroit. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be hectic. But I'm looking forward to see what we can do. Obviously, the Lions are missing out on 2 coordinators. Ben knows his players. Back in Detroit, he knows what to look out for. He's prepped. I'm not going to guarantee a win, but I do think we have a good chance to go into Detroit and make some noise. Especially, Caleb needs to slow down, and especially if we can get Jalen Johnson back healthy, TJ Edwards to run that middle healthy. If we can get Kyler back in the slot, I give us a good chance. But to not say a Bears game, because on this channel we like to keep it non-biased.
National podcast.
I don't know. Would you guys consider the Seahawks underdogs for this game against the Steelers?
I would not, because the Steelers are 3-point favorites.
So
wouldn't that make them an underdog?
Oh yeah, that would. Sorry, I thought you called them favorites. I thought you said we should call them favorites.
Okay, so I mean, the Steelers are obviously, they won last week. We talked about it with Fields and everything, with Aaron Rodgers. DK Metcalf comes back to Seattle, but I think the Seahawks can take this win. Obviously, this last week.
What about Darnold?
Dude, Darnold last year was a top 5 passing quarterback in yards. He'll get you the volume. Darnold, listen, Darnold just can't perform in the playoffs. This guy can cook in the regular season. You saw last year.
What about week 18? That's regular season too.
Listen, as I said, that those are high intense games. Those are playoff games.
That was like a playoff game.
I think the Seahawks can upset them. They'll come to Seattle. The 12th man, is it in Seattle?
The 12th man in Pittsburgh?
No, it's in Pittsburgh.
So
terrible talents.
I'm not worried. I think they can come in there and do some damage. Jackson and Jigba, year 3. Hopefully another breakout year for him. They have the pieces around him to do it. Cooper Kupp's a reliable player. Sam Darnold. Just hold his own. They can get the run game down. Hold Metcalf to not go crazy. Hold Rodgers to a decent game. I think the Seahawks can take it out. What about you guys? What's your upset of the week? And
I think
AJ,
I'm gonna go Patriots over the Dolphins.
Nice pick.
They're on the road after taking a loss to a mediocre Raiders team who just has a little more experience at quarterback and a little more talent at wide receiver. I do think the Dolphins need a get back game or a get right game. I'm not sure the culture's good enough to even try to do that. I will say Drake May didn't look that bad. I do think they need to run with Henderson a little more. But yeah, I think they can pull it out over the Dolphins.
I've got the Tampa Bay Bucks going into Houston. I think that with the OC changes for Houston, I think they're take a little bit of time to gel. Their O-line didn't look great Sunday against the Rams. Baker's coming home to Texas. Light it up for the fans. Yeah, I'm just high on the Bucks this year, so I see some value there. They're 2.5 point underdogs. Really just they give them those they give the Texans those points just because they're at home. So I think Baker goes in there Monday night. Tampa Bay gets the win. Yeah, my other pick was going to be Patriots too. So I like those two picks.
Dolphins favored?
Dolphins are favored.
Yeah, it's -1.5.
But after what happened, that's crazy.
Yeah.
The books must know something.
Because
They get the home point advantage.
Yeah.
Home field
Colts are elite, so
Indiana Jones.
That was just I don't know. That was the Dolphins just don't look good at all, man. Like I don't know. That was a disappointing.
Yeah, because they were complaining that the Bears played too hard.
Is the Pro Bowl still going on like last year? Is it before the Super Bowl in Orlando?
Pro Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should get some media day passes and
go watch flag football.
Dude, let's go get media passes.
We need to get media passes. Hey guys, we need you guys to lock in, subscribe. We need 1 million by December so we can get media passes.
1 million. How about 100?
Yeah, 100K.
Yeah. 100K, that's funny. Dude, that'd be great, So if that's all, do you guys have anything else to talk about, go over for next week?
I think we covered it. I do think there's a lot to cover since we've been gone. We might get that into another episode later on. But yeah, I think it's good to wrap it up here.
Too, we're gonna be here after the Bears win and the Broncos win, hopefully. And the Ravens for our pick'em league.
Yeah, we're riding the Ravens.
That big. We need that big.
A lot of money on the line.
I think what I can start doing next week too is I'll do the lock of the week. My plus 100, our ladder challenge. I think we should start that back again. I know in Florida over there for you it's tough because what do you have? What's the
Hard Rock?
Hard Rock. I'm a Phantom guy myself. So
well, you live in a state that allows it. We don't.
Tough, dude. But hey, thank you guys for joining us on this new season, a new episode of Cover 2 Crew. This is Michael. That was AJ with the Bears hat on, and that was Cooper. So thank you guys for watching.